Boom. All right, what's going on, you guys? It's Royce Jacob, and in this video, I want to talk to you about my favorite gold and silver mining stocks. All right, so it's going to be one gold miner, one silver miner. We'll keep it simple. I do hold a few other small positions in other precious metal mining companies in my portfolio, but if I was just stuck with these two, I would not be upset with that at all. I'd be perfectly content. Okay, so before I get into what they are, I actually want to talk about why I personally hold precious metal mining companies in my portfolio. Okay, so as we all know, times right now are crazy. The markets are crazy. The economy is crazy. Everything is very uncertain. And when times are uncertain like these, it causes investors and anyone with money pretty much to want to store their money in an asset that will keep it safe, right? That will maintain value. And these are known as safe haven assets, okay? And gold is arguably the king of safe haven assets, all right? As you can see with gold's current price, gold has been doing very well in these times of economic uncertainty and the market's acting like crazy. Okay, so people are flocking to gold, and it only makes sense that if the price of gold is going up, that over time the price of the individuals who provide that gold and supply the gold will go up as well, okay? So that is my argument for precious metal miners, and yeah, let's get straight into them, okay? So let's start with AUI. This is Yamana Gold. This is my gold mining stock. And we'll start by looking at the price chart. So obviously this is a chart dating back, way back to like 2004 of Yamana Gold. And I just wanted to show you this long-term time frame because I think that as far as price action is concerned, I would not be surprised at all to see Yamana Gold hit previous highs, especially considering times are so uncertain right now. And as you can see here, they have reached it's reached $20 before. It is at $4 right now. It's reached $20 twice in the past. Okay, one in 2008. Okay, so right out of the kind of coming out of the recession, the financial crisis, it peaked, and then the other in 2012. I'm not sure exactly what happened in 2012. I wasn't in the markets yet, but I imagine there was some financial and economic uncertainty around that time as well. Okay, or gold was just performing extraordinarily. Okay, so, but 2008 is a great example. The economy is in a similar place, very uncertain, very scary times. And yeah, again, I wouldn't be surprised as far as price is concerned to see Yamana Gold go from $4 to $20. Okay, so a nice 5x. The other reason I think precious metals, these mining companies specifically, are a very good investment is because if you watch my last video, I talk about asymmetric risk. It gives you the potential to 5x your investment with what I believe is low risk. Okay, so Yamana Gold, I feel like it can't go much lower. It obviously could. I don't think it will personally, but I know it can go a lot higher than it can go lower. Okay, and the same applies to my silver mining stock as well. But that's just another argument for precious metal miners as opposed to actual physical gold and silver. I think they have way more upside. Okay, so that's just looking at the price action just to kick things off, and I really want to focus on the fundamentals of why I think these companies are important. Okay, because that's what I feel is more important, obviously. Okay, so this is just a Yahoo article. It's called "Why Yamana Gold or AUI Stock Might Be a Great Pick." Okay, so I'll just read this out quick, just to kind of preface this. One stock that might be, let's highlight it first. Okay, one stock that might be an intriguing choice for investors right now is Yamana Gold. This is because the security in the mining gold space is seeing solid earnings estimate revision activity and is in great company from a Zacks industry rank perspective. This is important because oftentimes a rising tide will lift all boats in an industry. Okay, so remember, like I said, a rising tide is gold, and the boats are these gold miners. As gold rises, slowly the miners will rise as well. Okay, as there can be broad trends taking place in a segment that are boosting securities across the board. This is arguably taking place in the mining gold space as it currently has a Zacks industry rank of 30 out of more than 250 industries. Okay, so 30 out of 250, you're in a pretty good spot. That's top percentile, suggesting it is well positioned from this perspective, especially when compared to other segments out there. Meanwhile, Yamana Gold is actually looking pretty good on its own too. The firm has seen solid earnings estimate revision activity over the past month, suggesting analysts are becoming a bit more bullish on the firm's prospects in both the short and long term. Okay, so I've been invested in Yamana Gold for about a year now, give or take a few months. And what I like the most about Yamana Gold is that they are very good at providing good news. Okay, so since I've over the time being invested, I've personally been invested. I've seen a lot of good news from them. They're good at constantly growing their company, as any good company should. You want growth. You want to see year over year growth, right? Growth in revenue, growth in earnings, forecasts, etc. And Yamana Gold has been doing that, right? Their earnings year over year have gotten better. Their guidance has gotten better. And again, like when it comes to any company out there, those are great fundamentals. Those are two key fundamentals when determining the future of a stock. And I think the constant good news, better earnings, better forecast, along with the price of gold going up, actually, which a lot of times in emotional markets, which I think will happen pretty soon here with, again, just these crazy economic times. I wouldn't be surprised to see a lot of these gold mining stocks take off along with gold. Again, it is kind of a lagging indicator almost. They're not directly correlated. The price of gold goes up. It doesn't mean the gold mining stock is going to go up, but it usually means that sometime in the near future, if gold rises, these gold mining stocks will as well. Okay, so that's the first bit of news. And again, I'm just covering these. It's good news, but it's more timely. But again, Yamana Gold has over time released a lot of good news. This article goes into talking about how they actually just sold a huge stake, a huge percentage of their stake in Equinox, which is another gold miner. And I think that this is a very good move on them right now, because times are so crazy, right? It shows that they're really prioritizing frugality, which is key right now. It's crucial in again, crazy times like these. And so I'll just read the highlights and then that paragraph that I highlighted on the bottom, because it gives this guy's take on why he's bullish on Yamana, and I think it's a good take. Okay, so Yamana Gold has decided to sell most of its stake in Equinox Gold. The price of the deal does not look favorable for Yamana given the recent gold price dynamics. Company management is clearly focused on maximum fiscal prudency during the current coronavirus crisis. Okay, so again, I think the key takeaway from this isn't the fact that, again, because everything is kind of struggling right now price-wise, they didn't get the best deal on the shares of Equinox, but they still sold it. And it shows that they're being financially responsible. They want a strong balance sheet. They want cash on hand right now, and I think that's very important in these markets, and they do as well. And I feel like that is a very, again, just responsible move on their end, and that is promising, and it just speaks to them as a company that they're making responsible moves, along with all of the other just earnings forecasts, etc. So that's good news. And then again, here's his take. I maintain my bullish stance on Yamana Gold as I believe that the market does not fully take into account the positive impact of higher gold prices on the company's cash flow. While the timing of Equinox stake sale could have been better, the push for fiscal prudency is a pleasant change compared to prior years. The company has already made several steps in this front, selling assets and prioritizing the sustainability of the dividend. So the Equinox stake sale looks like a logical step in the same direction. In my opinion, Yamana Gold is well positioned to deliver material positive cash flow in 2020, and its stock price will ultimately reflect the positive trend on the gold price front. Again, rising tide lifts all ships. The price of gold goes up. I do believe that the price of Yamana Gold will go up as well. Money's where my mouth is. I'm hoping it will, but I'm confident it will as well. Always remember, this is not direct financial advice. I don't know any of this. This is just my opinion based on the data I've been given and the experience I've had. Okay, so this is just a quick one. I just wanted to read the title just because, again, it's just they're good at releasing good news. This just came out like last week or something. Yamana Gold announces government authorized resumption of operations at Canadian Malartic. Okay, so as you know, there's been nationwide shutdowns, global shutdowns pretty much, and they just got the news that they can reopen, that they could potentially, safely of course, reopen one of their Canadian facilities. Okay, so I just wanted to read that title. This is a little too in-depth. I don't want to go over this now. You guys can read it if you want. But yeah, I just wanted to show you, like, good news on good news on good news. That's good stuff. All right, that is why Yamana Gold is my gold mining stock pick. All right, so enough with gold. Let's get into silver. I shouldn't say that just because this company actually mines gold as well as silver. This is probably my number one stock pick, precious metal miner stock pick overall. Even over Yamana. Yamana, if I was gonna classify gold and silver, Yamana is my favorite gold. But these guys, AG, so First Majestic Silver Corp, is the company. Ticker symbol AG. They mine silver and gold, so it's kind of a double whammy. All right. Price action same as Yamana. It has the potential to not quite 5x, but it's currently at $7. It has previous highs of around $25. So you're looking at a solid 3 to 4x your money. Still great returns, and I still believe this is a great, strong, fundamentally strong stock too. Okay, so again, I wouldn't be surprised. Same as Yamana, or same principle as Yamana. If during this crisis, this economic crisis we're having in 2020, I would not be surprised at some point this year to see AG hit $25 again. Okay, so again, price action, that's pretty standard. That's the only reason I wanted to show you guys these charts again, is just to show you the previous highs, because that is my personal price target. All right, so get into the fundamentals. First, Majestic Silver, AG, records stellar silver production in Q1, published on April 15th, 2020. So again, new, timely. But AG, I've been invested in them just as long as Yamana. They're good at releasing good news, and I've been a fan of this company for a long time. They're equally as good at releasing good news as AUI is, and yeah, I'm just happy. The fact that I've stayed invested over this long in both these companies should speak. I do a solid amount of due diligence, and I really keep up with all the companies that I'm invested in, and these have done a very good job at keeping me invested. All right, so that's another good sign of a good stock. They want to keep the news they release should keep you interested in them. All right, so in the first quarter, the company recorded stellar consolidation production of 6.2 million silver equivalent ounces, consisting of 3.2 million ounces of silver and 32,000 ounces of gold. Total production came in line with the previous quarter and 9% above the previous guidance. All right, so similar to Yamana, they're crushing guidance, they're beating guidance, they're producing more than expected, which is super impressive, especially at times like this, again, just because there's so much going on right now, and to see companies actually have strong fundamentals right now and actually proving themselves in such a crazy time really speaks to their ability, in my opinion, to just perform. And they're just doing a good job at doing what they need to do, and providing their shareholders, their investors, returns, and pushing out that gold and silver. All right, so again, AG, this is timely information, but they've done a good job over the year or so, of putting out great news. And what I actually wanted to show you guys that you guys should watch after this is an interview. It's on the Keiko news channel. This is a precious metal. I think they're a gold and silver, a physical gold and silver seller, but they do a lot of interviews with people involved in the gold and silver space, the bullion space, and this is a great interview with AG CEO. So this is First Majestic Silver CEO right here. I've seen a few other interviews with him, but I think this is just a solid one. It's very digestible, very easy to watch, and this is a solid interview. And the reason I want to shout out this interview is just if you're thinking about AG investing in any company, to be honest, it's good to know that they have a solid team behind them. Aside from the news, it's good to know that you're betting on a solid team who actually cares about their company, about their product, about their people. And it seems like this guy does. He seems very genuinely interested in the space. He's very bullish on the space. So that's great. And he seems very level-headed, especially. This is a newer, so it's a little older. It's a few weeks old. But again, it still applies to, I think he has a very good take and a respectable take on the current economic environment and how and very practical ways that they plan on navigating this climate. Okay, so you guys go check this out. Again, it's good to know the jockey, not just the horse. And yeah, so this is physical silver supply squeeze about to get worse, warns Keith Neumeyer. All right, so again, that's First Majestic AG CEO. Cool dude. Go check out this video, and that is where I'll close this video off, you guys. As always, if you have any questions, please feel free to drop them below. I'm happy to answer anything or just talk shop if you guys want to. Check out the links in the description. They're affiliate links to any cool Amazon stuff, some of my favorite books and whatnot. If you guys want to support the channel in any way, it's a win-win situation. I get a little cut out of it, and you get something cool out of it too. All right, so again, drop a comment. I would appreciate it. As always, if you liked and subscribed as well, if you want to catch more of this content. And always remember, you guys, make waves in these markets. Until next time, peace. Dang it. There we go.